And later in the programme,
Bombay could soon be weaving their way through the capital. A company is importing them and asking Transport for London to licence them to carry passengers. That's produced a furious reaction from London cabbies, who are already upset by the rickshaws that ply their trade in the West End. More from Matthew Morris.
From Bangkok to Britain, how about swapping the tube for the tuk-tuk?
It's known as a tricycle under the DVLA regulations. It's pretty much had a European makeover. This is the engine here. It's a 150cc. Over here we've got the handlebars. Everything's in the binnacle. Tells you what gear you're in. It's a 5-speed gearbox. And we have seat belts fitted in the back to comply with the law.
The tuk-tuk has a 150cc engine, a £4,000 price tag and costs £15 in road tax. But it's open to the elements. It can be a bit bumpy. So will it win us over?
Beautiful. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
I think it's a good idea. I think it brings some culture.
Yeah, for the street sizes, especially in areas like Soho, Covent Garden area, absolutely.
In India and Thailand, some call them grubby, noisy bone shakers. Others say they're cheap and great in clogged up roads. But one or two here will not be doing the tuk-tuk.
In Disneyland, in Thorpe Park, in Alton Towers, it might be a bit of fun. On the streets of London, it's never going to be licensed as a taxi. It's not good for passenger, fare-paying passengers, never will be, can't be licensed in London. As you know, these are the conditions of fitness laid down by Parliament through the Public Carriage Office. That doesn't comply.
You mentioned the fun factor, and I think that's a very important point. And why shouldn't we have fun on the streets of London and make a functional service fun as well, which gives the city personality.
But Transport for London says the little Taiwan may pass the test for private hire use, though it can't be used like a black cab.
People literally climb in and ask to be taken somewhere. And the times I've explained that we've applied for a licence, but we haven't got it yet, the public demand is there.
The hope is to follow in the wheel tracks of the rickshaw and be available for hire in the West End. But for now, after a bumpy day in town, it's dinner time. Anyone for a tie? Matthew Morris, BBC London News.
We'll keep you updated on the rise of the tuk-tuk. Still to come, from gangster to Victorian gent, Nick Moran takes to the stage.
They have cut the car chase and there isn't a
drugs, you know, that's what closing your eyes and visualising and thinking for others.
Sri Lanka is not new to suffering. The tropical paradise maintains a delicate grip on peace after many years of civil war. It's a conflict which claimed twice the number of lives claimed by the tsunami in the last 20 years alone. And the carnage caused by the wave is still very apparent several months after it struck. Most apparent of all is in the memories of the locals.
When we caught a hold of this wall and then the water receded, there was a body right next to us on the wall. That really freaked me out, and it made me realise how small you know, whether you lived or died was like so small.
When you see, you know, there's still lorries and buses around the place which are being swirled over and smashed to pieces, and also there's boats around the place, and there's like craters in the floor everywhere, where the sea has just churned up the earth.
Kingsley may be a super clown, but there are jobs that must be done first, helping the locals in the clean-up operation to begin with. And here in Aragon Bay, with some world-famous surf spots, future prosperity depends on bringing the tourists back. Away from the beach, the reality for people whose homes have been destroyed is pretty harsh.
The buildings are made out of corrugated tin or iron. They're really, really hot. The ground is just sand. I think people must be getting sand in all their possessions. We've just turned up today with an art project who are getting the kids and the adults as well to draw pictures, which they're all seeming to enjoy doing.
You don't need to be a psychologist to see what dominates the thinking.
They're going to have special prayers later on today, and they were all a bit sad. But he just said to me, "You've changed the day. You made everybody happy."
Further north, the industry most affected by the wave was fishing, and the people of Wales have been among the first to help out.
Yes, this really is wonderful. After 3 months of hard collecting, we finally have the boat here on the beach, and later on in a few minutes we'll be launching it into the sea, and we're so pleased that this is the first step for the people to be self-sufficient again. They can get and carry on with their livelihood of fishing. That's so good.
I mean, people do ask, why do you need to come? Well, there is huge bureaucratic hurdles to overcome to actually reach this point, and you'll see the fishermen behind us who are just thrilled to have a hope for the future. And if we've had a little part in being encouragers, then our trip has been very worthwhile.
Oh, biscuit.
Fitting that Kingsley's final performance should win the hearts and minds of children, teachers, parents, and even soldiers. What he's found on his travels is that motivated individuals can make a difference, even in the face of extreme tragedy.
I put a spot in his head! I'm in a spot! Oh, lass! What a way to go! Oh, look at that! Perfect! Perfect! Straight from my nose to his head, look! Wow, fantastic! Bye-bye!
Today